Adam Warlock is coming to the big screen, but how much power is he bringing with him? Let's find out. What's up, my comic comrades? Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 hits theaters next week, and with it comes the long-awaited MCU introduction of Adam Warlock. Just going purely off comics, this is potentially one of the most powerful characters the MCU has ever added to their roster. So we're going to break down exactly how powerful he is and what it might mean for the franchise going forward. So let's dive in. Let's start this thing off with a bang by telling you that Adam Warlock can steal souls. In fact, he can basically do anything he wants to a soul because he has the soul gem in his forehead. Case in point, he takes his good friend Pip's soul after Thanos destroyed his mind, as seen in Avengers Annual 7 from 1963. He tells Captain Marvel, Thanos destroyed his mind and left him for me to find. First Gamora, now Pip. All about me, those I love are falling. This cannot be allowed to go on, nor by my gem shall it, as he takes Pip's soul into his soul gem, then tells Captain Marvel, if you wish to stop Thanos, come with me, I know where he hides. Then in the same issue, Warlock tells Captain Marvel, I know Thanos' plan, Pip told me. Thanos boasted his plans to Pip before doing evil upon him. Taking Pip's soul into myself also transferred his knowledge to my consciousness. But this is far from the only time Warlock has taken a soul. He straight up steals souls to defeat enemies like he did in Strange Tales 180 to Crater. He also did the same thing to a clone of Thanos in Infinity Abyss 5, while saying, I clearly felt the essence of a warrior rip from his mighty frame and travel along the ribbon of illumination, slicing into him, becoming a part of my very being. As he blasts him with the soul gem, taking his soul, saying, in an instant, it was over, and the light behind the warrior's eyes faded forever. Adam Warlock is so powerful, he even temporarily brought someone back to life just so he can question her in Strange Tales 178. He says, I've long realized that there's more power in this gem I wear than I've ever dared utilize. For this dark jewel draws its strings from the sinister, chaotic ends of infinity, and such power is to be feared. So rise while your soul yet lingers, return to its lifeless husk, and speak to me of which I crave. I shall supply the animation, you the motivation. Tell me of those inquisitors who hounded you. Tell me of this mysterious universal church of truth. She's like, why have you brought me back to this cold life? And he says, it's only for a moment, girl. You have knowledge I desire. That's hardcore, bringing back someone to life just to get answers you want. That's real power. Now, we all know Silver Surfer and know he's one of the most powerful characters that comics has to offer, considering he possesses the power cosmic, which essentially enables him to do anything. And because of this incredible power, not just anyone can ride his board. It's basically as rare as finding someone else who could wield Mjolnir besides Thor. Well, in Infinity Watch issue 23, Adam Warlock just starts using Surfer's board. Surfer even says, you're alive and traveling on my surfboard. You're controlling it. How? Warlock simply replies, with my will, as you do. We have touched souls, remember? So essentially, because Adam Warlock's soul gem and him having touched souls with Silver Surfer allows him to control Surfer's board, which is absolutely nuts. Here's another solid one. How about the time Warlock defeated Mephisto in his own realm and nearly tore apart Hades? It all went down in Silver Surfer Warlock Resurrection issue 4. I'm talking about Warlock straight up smacked Mephisto around like a fly, saying, now demon, do you begin to comprehend the power you face in challenging my soul gem? At this point, Mephisto gets bigger, saying, no longer will I toy with you, trying to grab Warlock. But Warlock just says, you're making it easier for me to deal with you in a more merciless manner, demon, as he continues to lay the smackdown on the devil. Then in another instance in Warlock Chronicles issue 3, Warlock brings Mephisto to his knees. When Mephisto threatens Warlock, he says, would you threaten me? Have you so soon forgotten our last encounter, Mephisto? Do you not recall your agonizing defeat when you challenged my soul gem? Remember that contest took place within your precious Hades where you once thought yourself supreme. Defy me now and your very existence stands in peril. As he blasts Mephisto with his soul gem, bringing him to his knees powerless, with Mephisto saying, enough. I seek not to challenge you, Warlock. To bargain with you in good faith is why I'm here. Adam replies, I do not deal with demons this day. I'm telling you guys, Adam Warlock is a gangster. Broseph is throwing around the devil both in Hades and on Earth. Adam Warlock also has matter manipulation to the point where he could shrink a giant Godzilla-like monster down to the size of an iguana lizard, as we saw in Warlock issue 8. So shrinking a giant Godzilla-like monster is incredibly powerful, but dude also was able to turn Thanos into solid granite, as we saw in Marvel 2-in-1 Annual issue 2. In the issue, Spider-Man releases Adam Warlock saying, you have succeeded in releasing me, the ultimate Avenger. Thanos knows me and my purpose. Is that not so, evil one? Thanos replies, by the great Nebula. It cannot be you. I saw you die. I killed you. Adam Warlock says, that you did, vile serpent, yet I could not rest while you remained a threat to my universe. As he steps towards Thanos, putting his hands out towards him. while Thanos says, no, stay back. But it's too late. Adam Warlock turns Thanos into stone. As the comic says, the explosive flash blinds everyone momentarily. But even when their vision clears, none are quite sure they should believe what their eyes see. Before had stood Thanos, proud, powerful, ruthless. Now in that exact spot, moments later, stands the massive Titan transformed into solid granite. Yes, Adam Warlock defeated Thanos with a single touch. He one-tapped him. Then check out this incredible feat of power in Warlock and the Infinity Watch issue 23. We see Adam Warlock fight and toss around Berserker Thor. That's right, base Thor is already one of the most powerful characters in comic books. So when he's in his Berserker rage, it just brings everything to a whole new level. Even Adam Warlock says, my worst fear is realized once again, I am locked in single combat with one of the most physically powerful beings in the universe. I did barely survive my last encounter with this warrior god. So even Adam Warlock in all of his power is scared to fight Thor one-on-one. However, he does say, but I am no longer the man I was then. Time has taught me a few tricks along the way, which might prove useful. And perhaps Thor may not truly be the unstoppable fighting machine that fear and distant memory caused my mind's eye to perceive. As he trips Thor, knocking him down. I will say, as the fight goes on, it doesn't last long, and the only reason Thor didn't kill Warlock is because other people intervened. But Adam Warlock held his own for a bit, which is incredibly impressive because, again, this is Berserker Thor, and Adam Warlock even said he was scared of him before this. As we wind down here, you know we gotta end with two amazing feats of power, and the second to last one comes from Infinity Gauntlet issue 6. Now, we all know Adam Warlock has the Soul Infinity Gem in his forehead. Well, during Infinity Gauntlet issue 6, Nebula is wielding the Infinity Gauntlet, but Adam Warlock uses his Soul Gem to retrieve the other 5 gems, literally telling the universe, nowhere, everywhere, at one with the universe of the Soul Gem. For the one, I reach out to the 5, demanding the other gems to come to him, at which point the Infinity Gauntlet and gems are taken from Nebula's hand as Doctor Strange, Thor, Star Fox, Drax, Hulk, and Thanos all tried to grab it. But on the next page, we see it now belongs to Adam Warlock, who is now the wielder of the Infinity Gauntlet, saying, let the conflict end. And as we all know, whoever wields the Infinity Gauntlet is pretty much the most powerful being in the universe. What was crazy to me wasn't Adam Warlock having the Infinity Gauntlet, it's the way he got it. He used the Soul Gem to demand the other gems to come to him. That's all kinds of gangster. And lastly, in the Infinity Revelation story arc, we see Adam Warlock become the living tribunal, a god. Essentially what happens is Adam Warlock and Thanos go to an alternate reality. In this new reality or world, Adam Warlock eventually sacrifices himself to become this universe's new living tribunal. You heard that right, Adam Warlock became the cosmic judge of justice in this alternate reality of the Marvel Universe. To really drive that point home, the living tribunal is like top 3 most powerful entities in all of Marvel, and Adam Warlock became a version of him. If that doesn't sum up his OP power set, I'm not sure what will. Needless to say, we're very curious to see how Marvel Studios and James Gunn use him in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 and what role he'll play going forward. Because technically he should be able to solo everybody in that movie. We all know that's not gonna happen though, as the MCU loves to nerf their heroes and villains. All except Captain Marvel apparently, but that's a separate beef for another day. Regardless, we're still holding out hope that Adam Warlock is going to be a badass on the big screen. Anyway, let us know what you think of Adam Warlock down in the comments.